Two mega media outlets, the New York and Los Angeles Weekly Times, have named the Yo Show a top 50 program in the entire world. The entire goddamn world. St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn from the self-titled album St. Ricketts, out now. www.stricketts.com. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday night, of course. J.D. Wolf is in the house. The amazing Kinsey King in the house. You'll be meeting him in a few weeks at the Fuge. We'll talk about it. Top 50 worldwide. Thank you, J.D. Wolf, for recognizing. Tuesday night, 100% live. This is the Yo Show. I am Jeff the Shark Perini. Solo for, I guess, a reason tonight. Quick story. I was supposed to be out of town. Supposed to be at a seminar for my job. They're supposed to have me in New York. That wasn't supposed to be back till Thursday. The seminar got canceled late in the afternoon, so I said, okay, now we need a show and a guest. And I didn't want to just force a guest to last minute try to put something together. It's not fair to not give advertising to the people coming on. Did pull an audible. You're absolutely right, JD Wolf. Thank you. So I figured I'd do something extremely, extremely special for you all tonight. It's actually a double whammy. Triple whammy. First of all, I'm starting with a little bit of emotion. News I cannot share, but a little bit of emotion tonight. So if you're out there and you're a friend of mine, you see this, tell other friends. I need people in this. I need people in this comment section tonight to have some fun with us. Also be there for me and share a great night. What I'm going to do around 8:30 this evening and 9 o'clock, I got two great things for you tonight. 8:30 this evening, it is the hottest movie in America. It is number one at the box office. Terrifier 3. And tonight at around 8:30, I will re-air our interview. Myself and Jewel Tatey. Much love, Jewel Tatey. Wherever you are, I love you. We're going to re-air the interview we have with David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown in Terrifier. Came on with us last December to talk about his new movie, The Mean One. Talked about T2 and broke the news right here first. And even said before anybody else heard it, T3. So we had it here first before anybody else. And then Mike Kennedy, I need it tonight, buddy. Need to have some fun. You got this, brother. Thank you, J.D. Wolf. So tonight around 8:30, I'm going to re-air that. You're actually going to get a glimpse of Jewel, who we haven't seen in months. I miss you. I love you. If you watch and you're out there. But tonight more than ever, the show must go on. It's a tough one. At 9 o'clock tonight, we reveal. There's a question mark. There's a mystery face. Tonight at 9 o'clock, the person who has agreed in principle to join us and join this family every Tuesday night is going to be announced and is going to be here live. And we're going to share the last hour of our program with this person. We're also going to announce the guest for our Halloween Spooktacular coming up in a couple weeks. We're going to announce the awesome guests we have next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, and we are packed with absolute excitement. A little beside myself. The good people of Yingling, if you're not watching and you're not learning, this is the Yo Show. This is what we do. We have great audience. We have great guests. We run great stuff. We do it, man. We just do it. We sure do. We collect Funko Pops. We do pop culture. We do a thing called the Key Concert Series, which comes up strong. My dude, I'm on my way to see T3 tonight. My man, check it out. Alex from Stealing Society. Yeah, we had David on a few months back. A couple of people said, yo, why don't you rerun that David thing? Let more people get to know him now that the movie's so big, and we will because it's a great time. Like I said, you'll get a little glimpse of Jewel, who we miss so very much. Derek Feldman in the house. What is up, my dude? A big yo to you. Josh, David Houseneck, of course. Burden of Guilt. Huge yo to you. Can't wait for November 16th. I agree. We're going to talk about that in a moment. Josh, we appreciate it, dude. Need the love. Need all the love tonight from everybody. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Get 100 tonight. And let's make it happen. Terrifier 3, of course, is the #1 movie in America. How about that? Beating out the Joker. And David, has been commenting how he wanted to get in touch with James Gunn. He wants to be the Joker in the DC universe. And why not? The guy's a great actor. Art the Clown is absolutely terrifying. As you see, just that. Even a Funko Pop of Art the Clown is terrifying. And some people are like, oh, it's going to be live? Great. Hey, we tried to get him live. I reached out and asked him what the chances were, and he's, pretty much said, dude, right now, impossible. He said, I am so busy and so backed up, impossible. But he sent us a lot of love. He thanks us for the moment, and tonight we're going to replay that. Art, David Howard Thornton, Jewel Tatey, who we haven't seen, of course, that'd be very cool. I'm just ready for some X-Men stuff from the Marvel Universe. I agree. And David said, Marvel, DC, I'll play in any universe, as you'll see in the interview. Very cool. And we're going to do that shortly. Probably around 8:30. This past Monday, it's been tough, man. It's been an emotional month. Trying to hang tough here. This past Monday, of course, the funeral, and much respects and love for my brother, Tom Perini Jr., who passed away, of course, about 2 weeks ago. And we had the funeral the other day, got in touch with a lot of family and my nephew and niece, and tough moment. Thank you, JD Wolf. Greatly appreciate it. Tough moment, but we forge ahead. My wife had health scares, as you know, a few years back. By the way, it's October. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Ladies, I cannot stress you enough to go out and get checked, get tested, get screened. Make sure you're safe. Please make sure you're safe. Kinsey King, I love you as well, my brother. Men too. Good point. Men too. I've known 2 men that have had it, got treated, recovered. Good call, JD Wolf. Get screened, learn, and know. X-Men 97 was so good. Damn it. And they kind of killed that X-Men thing when they put him in that Scarlet Witch. They made him look so lame. And that was Fantastic Four. I'm sorry. Not X-Men. Not X-Men. So, deep breath. A lot of emotions tonight. We're going to see Jewel's face on this screen, which we haven't in a few months. That's going to get me the news I got to order that I cannot share. I respect everybody's wishes on that. Tough. My brother, just a lot. But we move ahead, and I want to remind everybody here, do I have the banner? I certainly do. We do this thing called the Key Concert Series. We do it once a month at the Fuse, and we have a great one coming up for you Saturday, November 16th. The tickets are on sale right now. You can go to keyconcertseries.ticketspice.com/KCS Metal. It is a metal night or a hard rock night, any way you want to sell it. And we've got some fantastic acts on this bill. And I'm telling you, buy them online, save $5. $15 is not a lot of money to get out and have a great time. 4 awesome bands, previous guests, Astro Fells, that I found and fell in love with, and everybody at the SRR Promotions who helps us out fell in love with as well. Malcore, Carotid, and the one and only Kinsey King. That's right, he's coming. You're going to meet him. Thank you, my dude. Might need him a little bit later, but right now we're going to clobber it. Anyway, Saturday, November 16th, doors open at 6. It's an all-ages show. Kids under, I forget the age, but little kids. Get in for free. Food and drinks sold by Tranquility Brewing on premises. Great food, great drinks, great music, a great time. 4 awesome bands, Astro Fells, Malcore, Carotid, and ladies and gentlemen, Kinsey King, as I've been advertising to all you. We may have a snag. Our 9 o'clock announcement may be late, or may not make it. Anyway, if not, we will hold that for another night. But I want to do it tonight. I want to get all this out tonight. Friday night at Harrigan's is, of course, that's Triple Rail Run, correct, Derek? Get to Harrigan's Friday night and check out Derek, because he loves his music, and he promotes heavily a Triple Rail Run, and We do this here at the Fuse. Derek has been to a Fuse show, likes what he sees. A great turnout a couple weeks ago for White Cross. That was a great show. So check out what we're doing for the live music scene, the community we are building. It is the Key Concert Series. And again, Saturday, November 16th. Get your tickets right now. KeyConcertSeries.Ticketsplice.com. Kinsey King, Carotid, Malcore, and Astro Fells on the list. It's a metal night, hard rock night, whatever you want to say. But it's one of the things we do here for the local music community. We get everybody together, and we have a great time. We are expected to announce our Tuesday night replacement. Or, I don't want to say replacement. It's kind of a terrible word. Our new Tuesday night person tonight. And we're pretty excited for that. We're also excited, as I said, to replay this David Howard Thornton post, this interview, because it was great. I'm going to start up here in the North Lane, my man. Coming soon, Chef, and the Funko Pops. The Funko Pops, I like that. They do Beatles music, but tonight, anything flies. You're doing Beatles music. We're going to be there for you. We're going to be there. I was going to do a top 5, and I'm like, you know what? Let's not do a top 5. Let's look a little bit before we get into David Howard Thornton. About 15 minutes from now. Like I said, it's a replay from December. He talks about his movie, The Meme One. Talks about Terrifier 2. We kind of announced out that Terrifier 3 has been announced. Pretty cool. So we're going to enjoy that. We're going to share that shortly. But I do want to talk a little bit about this past Sunday. And, I don't have a banner for it. I don't know why, but the Eagles managed to pull out a nice victory over Cleveland. I know Cleveland's not a great team. Offensively, it's very poor. But the Eagles pulled out a win. Back on track. And during the game on the sidelines, Nick Sirianni is seen just jawing with fans and talking a lot of crap with the fans and having a wild time. And I'm going to tell you this, man. Take a win. Always take a win whenever you can. It was pretty good. I'd like to, I don't mind the fan jawing. It was a little, And then he brought his kids to the press conference. A lot of people said it was unprofessional. Call it what you will. But when you see that and you get a win, and if you're home watching TV, you're like, okay, that game's over. Not to steal Stephen A. Smith's thunder, but let's laugh at the Dallas Cowboys. Holy crap. Is it 47-9 to the Lions? Not laughing at the Lions. The Lions are a good club. That's J.D. Wolf to tell you. Because Lions, Packers, Vikings got that division churning, bud. But, man, 47-9. It's almost like Dallas didn't show up. It's almost like Dallas didn't have to show up. Players didn't care. They said that's the way he is. Yeah, it's a little fire. We need a little fire. It's like, Nick's not doing nothing. Team's getting knocked around. Nobody really cares. I think a little fire's good. I like it. I like what Nick did out there. I got some people messaging me. A lot of people get into the archives. Because everybody's like, oh my God, you had David Howard Thornton on your show? Art the Clown? It's like, yeah, we did. It was great. It was a great episode. He's a great guy. Yo, fam. ML Elizabeth in the house. Eternal Frequency. Wow. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us. We love you. We love your band. You were on our show a few weeks back with Cheyenne, and you're terrific. We love ML. And you are fam. Fam is the word. You absolutely are. Jason Rushman is in the house. What is up, Jay? Thanks for tuning in, brother. We love you. Jerry Jones is in the denial. Yeah, he's saving Ezekiel Elliott for a Super Bowl run, he said. News for you. There's a Super Bowl run. You better get amped up real quick. Because, and even as an Eagles fan, I'm going to tell you, the Giants and the Commanders have improved. Greatly. They have improved. Real quick, I was asked to do this as well. I talked about the Key Concert Series in November. And our good friend John Simons, of course, part of SRR Promotions, one of the big powerhouses behind Key Concert Series. I was in a motorcycle accident over the weekend. And He's got some damage to his knee. His mobility is very limited. And he asked me to go out and say on the show and ask if anybody can come out this evening and help us maybe build and get this sound together. We would greatly appreciate it. Moving in some equipment, just helping us set up. Try and get you a little something for it. I don't know what we have. We don't have much of a budget. But a little bit of help would be great for this awesome community and this awesome movement, which is the Key Concert Series. And it's going to be an amazing night. And I told John, we got a wheelchair here, man. Roll around. Tell me what to do. I'll do whatever I can. If anybody wants to come out and support us and give us a hand, we truly would love you for it. If you want to show up before the doors open, just let me know and come in with me, or somebody will let you in, and let's build this, man. It's a great community. You're finally going to get to see my man Quincy King live. Astrophils, who was on the show, was one of the hottest bands. I noticed are popping up at concerts all over the area. Carotid and Malcore, 4 really good bands, man. Really good bands. Hit me up for it after the show. Will do, bro. If you know some people who might be able to come on down and move some speakers and some equipment, that would be awesome. All emotional tonight. Got people coming in and out of the room. I appreciate it. People that are out there watching. Kinsey, of course, and JD, and Josh, and ML, and Derek, and Mike Kennedy. People doing it on a regular basis, dude. We love it. I'd be there in a heartbeat if I lived there. I'd do it for free. That's kind of what we're hoping for. A lot of people can help us do it for free. Because I said the budget's very tight. And but it's a great night, dude. It really is a great night. And I'm telling you, I've got to find a way to get some better audio for my shots. Because Quincy King is a super talented singer. Band, really cool. Astrofel's been on there. It's a little bit of Dream Theater meets hard rock. Very cool. The 2 new bands, Karate and Molcore. I met members of the band. Haven't really seen them perform on stage yet. But, of course, that is going to go down as well. Also, I want to remind everybody, next week, we have an awesome doubleheader that I got the banner for. Next week, of course, Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back. This week, no Wednesday. Next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday night is the amazing band Twisted. Of course, Sarah and Logan will be on the program. Not sure yet on Kayla, but we're working on it. And, of course, Wednesday night, my good dudes from Defiant, Joe Defiant and the band will be here Wednesday night. Of course, you see the logo, support local bands, the Yo Show. That is next week, next Tuesday and Wednesday, live here on the program. 8:20, we're almost there. Love you, fam. Appreciate everything you do for people. You're a good one. I love you for it. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Holy crap, indeed. And yes, Defiant, next Wednesday night. Joe and the dudes, I reached out and he's like, bro, been waiting for your text. Been waiting for it. Let's do it. And they got some great new music out. And we will, of course, play it that night. What a banger indeed. A banger week. A banger 2 weeks. Because I'm going to announce this later. I'm going to announce it now. And I'll also announce it later. Not missing that. Please don't miss that one. We have announced, or we are announcing, I got a little banner for it, which I'm doing right now. There we go. Sorry about this. Realize I accidentally deleted this banner. Every year, as you know, we do a Halloween spectacular program where I get dressed up in costume. And we announce banner time. Yeah, it's definitely banner time. Instead of being live, you could be looking into that Twitch account of yours. Thank you. I know. It got good reviews last week, too. Thank you, by the way, last week, the Goodbyes, Tuesday night, and country star Callie Tucker last Wednesday night. Callie got some great views on Twitch. Hello, everybody out there on Twitch. JD Wolf, the Twitch founder. I'm being live tonight. I'm sharing this. I'm trying to share some news. And Brent is kind of our behind the scenes, our not unappointed producer. But But anyway, we have it 2 weeks from today, correct? Yes, 2 weeks from today. Tuesday, October 29th. Our Halloween Spooktacular brings us a doubleheader. The return of one of our absolute favorites, Miss Lydia Manson. And she is bringing with her the one and only Miss Sushi Yvette. I can't even spell her name right. Yvette. Sushi Yvette. Lydia Manson. Halloween Spooktacular on the 29th. This is a huge one. Lydia is great. One of our great friends at the show. And she said, how about I ask Sushi? And I'm thinking to myself, impossible. Sushi would not do our program. Sushi came right out and she said, absolutely, let's book it. Sushi and Lydia, Halloween Spooktacular in 2 weeks. Now I got to find a goddamn costume. Kinsey misses you, bro. Brent, we all miss you, bro. I know Brent works a lot of weekends, and we love our dude. Talk about a banger indeed. It's going to be a great Halloween Spooktacular, 2 for the price of 1. And I reached out to somebody trying to do a Wednesday to double up. No response yet on the guest for Wednesday night. But we do have one of our favorites back for Halloween. You know, last year we had Jessa Flux, who I love. Big shout out to Jessa. And Julian said, like, man, what about Lydia? I'm like, Lydia is definitely coming back. And when I talked to her about it, she said, sure, you know, I love the Halloween Spooktacular, and I'll be thrilled to do it. Let's have me back. So we will. Absolutely. Lydia and Sushi come to the O Show for our Halloween Spooktacular. Next week, Twisted. Wednesday night, Defiant. Following Tuesday, the Halloween Spooktacular, the O Show. Doing great things here and having a great time. We're about a minute or two away, and I am going to replay this video, and I want to give it a little lead-in before I do. Ever since I've been doing this, the goal I've always been told to is reach out. Find a secret connect. Reach out. You never know who will say yes, or who will pass you along, or who finds out about what. Twisted's going to be, they are so good. I love Sarah, Logan, and Kayla. I love them to death. I'm looking forward to that one. They're always great on the show. They always have a blast. But I was always told, reach out. And while I'm talking about this, a massive birthday shout out to the one and only Mr. Jimmy Star. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell is one of the most successful pod webcast programs in the world. They're great. They do great things. Jimmy showed me this, StreamYard. Happy birthday, Jimmy. And the reason why I say that is Jimmy has gotten some of the greatest stars in his program. Most recently, he had Samantha Fox. How cool is that? I've tried Samantha Fox 100 times and no luck. But they managed to, Jimmy got him. And Jimmy said to me, he's like, wow, you managed to get Terrifier? David Howard Thornton, did we reach out? No luck. How about that? Always reach out. And don't be giving spoilers. Well, you can give me a spoiler, not the rest. The Godfather. Hey. I try, bro. I really try. So I reached out and I said, how about we do this? And how about we do it around late October, early November? He's like, Halloween time, new movie time. That won't be possible. But he said, in December, I got one coming out called The Mean One, in which he plays the Grinch, for all intent purposes. Very funny, very silly, very campy slasher movie based upon Christmas. So I tried him again. I said, how about coming back again? He said, it's getting impossible because the movies are getting huge. Terrifier 3 is the movie. It's the #1 movie in America right now. The Mean One was dope. Mean One was definitely a unique movie. I watched that. The Terrifier ones I watched like this. Like, man, boy, the gore. And people keep coming back for it. They love it. I love this guy, too. He's a lot of fun. Hopefully he'll come back to us. I always say when you get bigger and bigger, remember us. Let's hope. He talks about all kind of good stuff in this interview. Like I said, mentions T3 and Damien Leone, who is the creator, who just sticks to the independent thing, man. Big people reached out to him about T3, and he's like, you know what? Now, if you're going to make me change it or put our, NC-17 ratings on it, can't have you. This is how we do it, and this is how we make it. T3 is phenomenal. Jealous. So what I'm going to do for everybody out there right now, I'm going to replay the chat that we had with Mr. David Howard Thornton You'll notice a familiar face on the screen as well. The lovely Miss Jewel Tatey, who we miss and love. But let's get ready for it. This is us, Jewel and myself, back in December, as you see our Christmas outfits on, etc. We replay our interview with Art the Clown himself, Mr. David Howard Thornton. I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Please stick around. Please enjoy. Tell your friends so you get to learn a little more about Art the Clown. This is the O Show. Live. Tuesday night. Thank you, everybody. A few minutes. He'll be here. I'm excited. I really am. I'm nervous too, Joel.
We waited this long, people.
I know, right? To have somebody so iconic just joining us. And let's do it. Our very special guest tonight, folks, you know him as Art the Clown from Terrifier and Terrifier 2. He's got a brand new movie out where he plays the Grinch entitled The Mean One, just in time for that warm Christmas feeling. Let's give it up for a gosh damn horror superstar, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Howard Thornton in the house.
Hey, I figured it out.
You know, I kind of have a feeling we use this site StreamYard and it's very cool, but a lot of people were like, what do I do? We had a guest, not to go off course, we had a guest, female rock star, and it was like a half hour. She's like, dude, I have no clue how to get to you. We went through all this and finally she got in. So I appreciate it. I said, that's why I give all my social media to notify me in case anything happens last second.
Yeah.
You're not the first. You won't be the last. Your sound is great there. Your video is great. Thank you so much, dude, for being here. We really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Glad to be here.
It's awesome. And I'm, you know, not to give away the secrets, but a lot of people are like, hey, man, how did you land such a massive star? Like right now, this guy is huge. And I said, you know what? I sent him a message, and next thing you know, he responded, which I did not expect. When I saw your response, I'm like, holy hell, this is awesome. And of course, to ask you and to have you be kind enough to be here. I've seen you do a lot of shows. You're a great interview. Wouldn't guess that you're that guy behind all this makeup, but amazing.
Yeah, I'm kind of a geek in real life. People are all, I get that a lot. People are like, wait, you're the clown? I'm like, yeah, I know. Sorry to disappoint.
So before we get into Terrifier, let's start out with The Mean One, because it's out right now in theaters. I just missed my chance to see it today. Unfortunately, I had a chance. Had a lot of engagements come up, so I missed it. I'm going to check it out this weekend. It's called The Mean One. It's, of course, kind of set around the Grinch. Tell us a little bit about this brand new movie and how you landed it.
Yeah, it's a parody of that classic story. It's a very low budget film. We weren't even supposed to go into theaters in the first place. It was like, it was just the funny thing. It all came about because last year the director just did a parody movie trailer of this concept, and all these people are like, you should just make this into an actual movie. And so he did. And the director's a friend of my some of our crew from Terrifier 2, they all went to school together, and he contacted them looking for someone to play the mean one in it. And they're like, hey, we know the right guy. And so they sent me a message, and I was like, yeah, this sounds like fun. I know it didn't, it was low budget and stuff like that. But I was like, I love the idea behind it, because it's not only a parody of that classic Seuss story, but it's also a parody of all those really crappy, like, holiday Hallmark movies. And it's just like we know we're low budget and we have fun with it. We know we don't have the budget to pull off the practical effects that like we have in Terrifier 2. And so we just totally lean into the silliness of all that with the thing. And that's what I kind of like about it too, is like we play it straight, but we also lean into the cheesiness of it all. So it's a fun movie if you go in there with that mindset. It's not Terrifier 2. We don't want people to think there's going to be like people being hacked to pieces on a bed or something like that. It's kind of like in line with like Krampus or something like that, with that kind of like, horror element, just very campy and fun.
All right, that I can handle, because I'm an eye blocker, and I block.
Yeah.
When I hear your name, I eye block. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be totally fine with this. This is almost like cartoonish in some ways, which is it's fun, and it actually has a little bit of a love story in it too, which people are surprised about. So it's like, yeah, it has some sentimental moments.
So where did you draw your inspiration? Because the G word is such a huge shoe to fill. How did you draw the inspiration from that? And
Yeah. Oh, well, first of all, that's been a lifelong like love of that story. I grew up on it, and I used to watch the animated version every single year as a child.
Yes.
I had the book version as well. But my real background with it is for 5 years of my life, from 2010 through 14, I was on the first 5 national tours of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the musical.
Wow.
And I was the understudy for the Grinch, and I also played Grandpa Who. But our Grinch was a wonderfully talented Stephen Carl, who was Robbie Rotten from the show Lazy Town.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah,
Well,
and he's who I think is the Grinch, and like.
Yeah, like he was
Oh,
crazy.
he was, but on stage, I Jim Carrey could not do what Stephen Carl could do on stage. It's just, especially with his voice, is just like this. He would do his own sound effects. He was just so physically animated. He'd do 12 shows a week like this, and I was just constantly amazed. And I learned so much from that man about physical comedy, because I had always done physical comedy growing up on doing and like cutting my teeth on the stage all those years. But I had never had anybody that had actually gone to school for it in clowning and physical comedy, and could take me aside and go, I see what you're doing, but here's how you make this even better. And that's what so I took a lot of what he did and taught me to put into this version of the character, which is totally different from the stage version, and because he's more like a silent character. He's more like a Bigfoot type of character, like mythological being. So he's more growling and grunting more than anything. He says like maybe one word in the movie, but I still had fun with it, and I had a great teacher, and I also put all those teachings into also how I portrayed Art the Clown as well. So I was like, I attribute so much to that wonderful man who I miss so much. He was taken from us way too early back in 2018 from cancer. And it's just like, I like to think I'm kind of carrying the torch for him in some way, in some shape or form.
that's pretty awesome. It's a great tribute as well, especially, like I said, when you have kind of I use the term a meteoric rise. Like, you came out of nowhere and all of a sudden everybody's like, hey, here's this guy. And the horror community, we follow a lot of horror people. We have some on the show, the movie makers and B-movie. And you watch their posts, and everybody's like, yeah, that movie's nothing. It's not going to get anywhere. And people are like, are you kidding? It was a no-budget Terrifier. It's like one of the biggest movies out there. David Howard Thornton's one of the biggest actors out there. It's amazing. How does it feel to just like be here and next second be like here?
It's been nuts. These past 2 months especially have been extremely crazy. I'm like, you're actually very fortunate I was able to come on this, because I've been so busy doing so much press for both movies, and I've been out of town so much for conventions. I just got back yesterday from Florida. It's just been full. I haven't really even been able to sit back and really process it all yet. And I don't know if I ever will. It's just been such a ride. I've been meeting so many amazing people recently from the industry as well. All of us have. Damien has, Lauren has. We've been talking to producers and directors and other actors. It's like we've recently become really good friends with Pete Davidson, and he's obsessed with Terrifier. He is obsessed with it. And he's even I think taking us out to a Nets game this week.
Oh,
wow! That's my wife. She's in it. She's even more scared of horror movies than I am. So.
Yeah,
I got to be honest with that.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. This is all just especially I think the one that really threw us all for the loop was Stephen King.
Yeah, that
was holy crap. I mean, he's like one of my favorite authors of all time, and to get his seal of approval. I mean, it's the man that created Pennywise.
Yes.
Get his seal of approval. God, I'm like, that's something I never expected in my life.
And Stephen King said, grossing you out old school. Like, how much more badass is it than that?
You can't get a better quote from anybody than that. Yeah. That's like the gold standard right there.
I got a fan. If somebody tagged in some fan art, I guess we'll check that on social media later on. Thank you very much.
I wanted to go back to just the physical acting. because you said the Grinch is mostly silent and
Mhm.
Art the Clown is silent, but you're so well known for your voice acting and you do amazing
Yeah.
impressions. And how was it was it hard to like not have Art speak? Because I feel like he would have the creepiest voice ever.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do. I do over, for those that don't know, I do over like 200 voices and like
Yeah,
about
it's
25
amazing.
different dialects. I can entertain myself for hours. And it's the irony of that I'm best known for being a silent character now. I'm like,
Right.
come on. It's just
Got all this in the
it,
arsenal.
I know. I love it though. I love it. It's just kind of it makes me more diverse, I guess, because I've done so much work on like animated shows for little kids. And I even lost. I was in the middle of recording one last year for a kids show with a popular company, and they ended up ditching me halfway through because I think they realized I do all these horror movies. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
wow.
you got to be kidding
Man.
I
me.
know you.
It's like I'm an actor. I'm not the characters I play. You should. It's
Right.
like people in this industry should, but they're like, I guess they're afraid of the
Wow.
stigma or something. I'm like, that's so silly. I was like, because the funny thing is, I actually have a degree in elementary education. So I'm like, I love children. I've done stuff for children my whole entire life. So it's like, I only now just got into horror. So I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
really
it's,
like, oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, it's movie and makeup, but go ahead.
Yeah.
I really like that story. I heard you tell it on another interview how you were teaching
Mhm.
your students and you realized like, hey, I want to continue. So can you talk a little bit about that story and how you had the light bulb moment?
Yeah, that was during a very, very difficult period of my life. It was a year after my mom passed away from cancer, and I was still in college. I was in my internship in the schools, and I had just come back. And in that month's period of time that I was in the schools doing my internship, my dog died, my grandmother died, I had a friend commit suicide,
Wow.
and my sister married a homeless man.
Wow.
And so there was a lot of processing that my brain was going through. And I was like in such a downward spiral. I mean, I was making mistakes left and right in the classroom that I would never have made before because just my brain was not working the right way. I was just so depressed. And that was very, because like, even my professors and my dean and everybody were like, what is going on? Because I was always like in all the honor societies. I was like the model teacher, I guess you could say. And I was not functioning, and I was so depressed, and I was having those thoughts. I was like, God, like what's going to get me out of this? I need something to make. I miss being happy. I miss being, satisfied with my life. I was just so depressed with everything. And I was in the classroom that day, and I was doing my little voices for my kids during story time, and they were just laughing and having fun, and they were begging me to read another story. But I'm like, no, I'm sorry. We got to move on to math now. And they're like, oh, I know, math.
So you ever hear of Art the
Yeah.
Clown, kids?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I excel at division. but that's when it clicked.
Subtraction, division.
Yeah, all of that. And I was on the way back from school that day, and I that's when it hit me in the car, because I also remember my mom's last conversation with me where she didn't flat out tell me what to do with my life, because she always wanted me to figure it out for myself. But she told me, don't do what you think you have to do with your life.
Wow.
Do what you want to do with your life. Live your life the way you want to live it. You've been given certain gifts that a lot of people don't have, and don't waste those gifts. Use them. And that's when it hit me. I was like, this is my gift. This is what my calling is, to entertain people. I'm not supposed to teach people. I'm supposed to entertain people. So I called my dad up that night. I'm like, Dad, I've had an epiphany. I want to go into acting instead. And my dad's a NASA engineer, and they're very
Wow.
pragmatic, practical people. And I was expecting that whole entire, no, don't do that. Acting is a hard profession. It's not a stable career path in the least. That kind of conversation. He was like, oh, great. Your mom and I always thought that's what you should have done with your life, but we didn't want to tell you. We wanted you to figure out your life for yourself, live your own life. So yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead and finish up your degree. You have one semester left. So I took about a year off just so I could just, refocus, took my last semester of classes, and then graduated and moved up to New York. And I had that degree to fall back on just in case, but I've never used it.
Smart.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've done okay because I get the feeling, now I don't want to predict, but I get the feeling from
Yeah.
this point on, you're going to start kind of writing your own ticket. Like if there's a Terrifier 3, the price tag goes up. And these other movies, the price tag goes up a little bit. So I think you're on the right track.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I think that's what my agent is hoping too, because she's even like, yeah, we got to stop doing these low budget independent films now. And I'm like, I agree. Let's get me out there and get some big stuff now. Let's get me into DC and Marvel and all that fun stuff
Oh, I
too.
like it,
Whatever
yeah.
out there, especially now that James Gunn has taken over
Yeah.
DC. I'm like,
Right?
I love his sense of humor. I love his style, and I love what he's done with those properties. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to be his Joker so badly.
Oh, that's...
Amazing.
Yeah,
It's
so
funny when you talk about voiceovers. It made me think, with you, it made me think of Mark Hamill and how terrific he is with voiceovers.
Oh, he's
You
fantastic.
say Joker. Oh, incredible. So you say Joker, that's something I could see.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joel? Henry Cavill's out? We got a new Superman? You know,
Oh,
They're all-
I'm too
David
skinny
Singleton,
for
but-
Superman.
I think it's a suit that bump you up a little bit.
I'd be like Soup Man, maybe, but
Joel
like,
is
feed this guy some soup. He needs more meat on his bones.
Joel is definitely the DC one. I'm more of a Marvel guy. Joel's a DC person.
I
Someone
love
else
both.
loves it. Yeah. Same. I like comic book heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to share this real quick because, you know, obviously the world we live in today, people are a little bit sensitive. Everything is like an issue.
Mm-hmm.
And you were hearing, oh, people are throwing up. People are passing out in the movie theater. Don't go see this. And then I get this amazing comment where this woman said, Terrifier 2 is the best movie-going experience I've had in a long time. Thank you, David. Wish you all success in the world. People are
Thank you,
fainting.
Dana.
They're passing out. It's disgusting. It's horrible. And here's somebody saying, well, it's like the greatest night out I've had in a while. How does it
Yeah.
make you feel, though, to get all that feedback and hear the effect it has on people? Because obviously,
Yeah.
being in horror, you kind of want to scare the hell out of people. That's why you're
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how does it feel, man? It's like
Yeah.
a power thing?
It's pretty freaking sweet. You know, most people don't want to see people walking out of their film. And because I've gone to see the film about 4 times now in theaters with different audiences. Most of the time, they don't even know I'm there. And so I've seen genuine
That's awesome.
reactions happening. And I've seen people walk out and like go, oh, I've heard people just kind of go, whoa. And I'm like, and it's, you know, 99% of the time, you don't want to have those reactions in your film. But I'm like, I hear that. I'm like, yes,
Wait
this
till
is
you
what I
see this.
yes. I'm like, yes, we got him. We got him. And that's the thing is like when Damien first wrote this and I first read it, I commented to him, I was like, Dame, is there any way we can get this movie into theaters? And he's like, oh, I seriously doubt it, very seriously, because the content. He's like, this would get like, if we got it by the MPAA, this would probably get an NC-17 rating. And I was like, well, dude, this is like the perfect movie for a theater experience. This is like a grindhouse type movie where people are going to be
Yes.
yelling and screaming and laughing and just doing whatever during this. I'm like, this is a perfect audience type of movie. And I'm like, you know, fuck it. You know, if they gave us an NC-17 rating, let's lean into it.
Yeah.
Lean into that and let's be the most successful NC-17 rated movie. Well, we didn't even go to the MPAA. And so we're unrated, but like I think one of the most successful unrated low budget independent films in the history of cinema now.
Yes,
And,
congratulations. To
yeah. And that's all thanks to Cinedigm and Bloody Disgusting taking a big, huge gamble on us when all these other people that approached us or we approached didn't want to take that kind of gamble. They truly put all their eggs in one basket and like, you know, let's see what we can do. Let's just put this in like maybe 500 theaters for 3 days. And then that just kept snowballing because the word of mouth got out there. And it was all because of the fans. The fans were just going out there tweeting about it. And and because of that, it went from 3 days to 1 week in more theaters to 2 weeks to 3 weeks to 4 weeks to 5 weeks to 6 weeks. And it just kept going and going. I'm like, holy crap. And it was all because of the fans. And that's how Howard Stern was talking about. That's how they were talking about on the talk, and how Stephen King found it's because of the fans. And they were even, people were saying, you know, like, oh, they must have like a brilliant marketing team behind us. I'm like, no, no, we didn't have that kind of budget for a marketing team. This was pure fans. And that's, I think, is the most amazing thing and coolest thing about this whole experience is that shows the true power of a fan base out there, that they can make something like that happen. And I think we're hopefully going to start changing the game some in Hollywood because they're taking notice now. Like Damien's been contacted by so many people out in Hollywood just wanting to talk to him. And they're taking notice. And I'm hoping this is going to change the game, not just for horror movies, which I'm hoping happens anyway, but I'm hoping this is going to give indie films a lot more clout now. Because there's so many good indie films out there. I mean, It already happened with Mean One. I mean, I don't even know the budget for Mean. It's very low budget. But it made it into theaters.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, but that's what I want to see. I want to see more of that happening because there's so many brilliant ideas out there that usually don't get seen because it's all about just putting the big Hollywood movies out there.
Yeah.
And so they're the underdogs. It's time for the underdogs to shine again.
We do a lot of that here. We do indie bands and indie artists and movies. Like I said, some of the horror movies are independent, but there's such great talent out there that people are ignoring because instead of budget and big market and Terrifier 2, my favorite movie now. See, like everybody just gets anyway, and you're great with it too because everybody, like I said, the legend now of art is this horrifying creature. Just the looks, like the ad. I had the ad up, and people were like, "God, that looks scary." I'm like, it's just a guy in makeup, but you're a guy that people root for.
Yeah.
Outside of the makeup, you're awesome. You're fun. So you do a lot of these interviews, and we appreciate it. And we hoping by the time you get in the Friday the 13th stage and Terrifier 12 comes out, you still come on with us and have us when you're a big shot.
I hope so too. It's like that's what's been killing me about being so busy lately. Because at the same time I've been so busy, that's when everybody has been coming out wanting me to be on podcasts at the same time. Yes. And I'm like, oh God, it's such a catch-22 in so many ways. It's just like I wish I had the times. Like you guys hit me at just the right moment, and I was like,
oh, gosh, we're so happy for that.
Yeah,
I know.
I did want to talk about one of the scenes in Terrifier 2 in the Terrifier ride. That was shot in Philly at
Fright Factory.
Factory.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How was it compared to shooting in New York?
Still cold. that was a very cold location as well. It's just like because we filmed basically all of Terrifier 2 in the winter. And that was the winter in the Northeast is not an easy time. It's
Here's my go-to research on personas. Disney won't be calling me anytime soon. No, definitely not a Disney film. Like, and it's funny because now I've heard some things leaning on the Grinch, a Winnie the Pooh horror movie,
Bambi, Peter Pan.
Bambi, Peter Pan. Any interest in any of this stuff, or you think it's a little too much, or you think anything's possible?
Anything's possible. That's the thing. It's like just have fun with it. You know, it's just that's the thing. And I personally think the Mean One lends itself more to a horror movie than anything else because like he's a beastly character in the first place. But I'm like, why not? I mean, I think people have horror movies have gotten so dang serious in the past decade or so where people forgot to have fun. It's all like trying to be this elevated horror. Like, look how smart we are. There's almost self-masturbatory type of style of filmmaking that goes on. Like, and I miss the fun. And that's what I like. So if people are coming up with these crazy ideas, go for it. Lean into, have fun with it. There's room for both, I think. Because horror is such a varied genre. There's so many different types of horror movies. There's so much room for all these other types of movies. Yeah. So go ahead, do it. Have fun with it.
We already have a script here for Bambi. Bambi going after that hunter with total mother issues. Yeah, I like it. I absolutely like it. There you go. Now, what I need is, and I don't know how the merchandising works. As you see, I got a big Funko Pop collection. I need an Art the Clown Funko Pop. So freaking bad. I need one. There's got to be one.
There's talks. There's
Oh.
talks. I just know right now Funko is a backlog right now because
Yeah, I
of supply
know.
chain issues. So like
Yeah.
I wouldn't anticipate anything till 2024,
Ooh,
but there are talks.
Do you want this?
that's really cool.
Wink, wink.
So
I kind of
yeah.
want to send mine out and get it autographed by the
Oh
master.
yeah.
So.
God, I mean that's the thing is like I love that idea of the Funkos too because there's so many things now we can do with Funko figures. So many
Agreed.
variations of art, just so many different characters from the movies. It's just like Damien's been really good about coming with iconic looking characters for these films, especially with the Halloween costumes. The different like you have Terror and Victoria and Dawn in the first film. You can easily do different variations of them, their costumes and stuff
I'm
like
being
that.
Sienna this Halloween, I swear.
Oh
with the
God,
wings.
Sienna!
She's
I mean,
amazing.
Sienna,
like
just that
Wonder
Valkyrie costume is like,
Yeah.
and I've seen some, the cosplayers at the conventions already have done some great cosplay of her, and there was even someone that at the Spookala this past weekend in Florida, she found the same exact sweater that she wears in the costume shop scene.
That's so cool.
And wore the wings with that. And I was like, this is fantastic.
I love that.
Yeah.
The
You've had other
dedication.
people cosplay the Clown Cafe scene with Sienna.
Ugh.
Then you get the Valkyrie. It's just like, I love it. And so that's the things. There are different Siennas. And I want to see my co-stars start reaping the benefits too in that same
Sure.
way, with like merchandise and stuff like that. It's like, I want to share the wealth with everybody.
Absolutely.
I got to ask about some of the scenes because, like I said, I'm weak when it comes to
Mhm.
horror, gross and all, and I cringe and my eyes are closed. Some of these scenes where you're hacking people and etc. I mean, some of it looks so damn real. Are there
Yeah.
any boo-boos, any mistakes? It looks like some of these people are really getting the worst of it.
Yeah, Damien's talented. That's the thing.
Amen.
It's like no one's really gotten injured or anything. Knock on wood. Yet
Knock
on
on
set.
wood.
So it's just like he's just one talented guy. I mean, he writes, directs, does the practical effects himself. He edits the film. It's just like the man is a powerhouse. It's like, and that's why I'm so glad he's finally getting recognized
Sure.
the way I think I'm, because that's driven me crazy since we started doing the first film. Like, my God, he's such an amazingly multi-talented man. He needs to get recognized for this.
Absolutely.
And I got to give you a little bit of a thank you because I'm not going to mention any names, but we reached out to a lot of people about coming on the show, and we branch out to all different kind of people. And I had two people see the ad that you were coming on. They're like, "Oh, David's coming on. How about a spot for me? I'd like to come on." So you're giving us a little push too, which we appreciate. We get great
Cool.
guests, and like I said, this is awesome. My friend's been blowing me up, like, "How is this happening?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know. I just went for it. I'm excited about it." And it's very cool, but you're making a name for yourself, but it seems like you're level-headed with it. Like, you know the character, you know what he does, you know why people love it, and you're accepting of it. You're gracious to your team, the movie creators, the whole 9 yards. Let's put it on a scale right now of the badass. You got Michael Myers, you got Freddy, you've got Ghostface, you've got Jason, you got Art. Who's the baddest of the bunch?
Freddy.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Okay.
Freddy.
Oh,
I
wow.
think Freddy is the king. To me, he is the king. I have always said this, and I will always say this. He is the most creative and scary villain that's ever been created for a horror film. Wes was such a just brilliant man when he created that character. Because like
Yeah.
all the other characters, every other character out there, you can just get in a car and get the crap out of Dodge. Freddy,
I don't know
you
why they
can't.
don't. Right. He's always
Freddy,
in your
you
life.
can't. He's in your dreams.
Ugh.
And everybody has to sleep or you die. But if you sleep, you die. And you have that. You have his look. You have that iconic claw, the glove. But then you have this
Jigsaw.
potential for him to do whatever you want with him because most of this takes place in dreams. So the sky's the limit to what you can do with the guy because it's in dreams. You're only limited by your imagination, and that's what I think is so brilliant about him. And that's why I love that character so much.
Wow, that's coming from the master.
Do you think Art infiltrated the dream, or that was it like veered on the edge of supernatural? Do you think Art was in her dream, or she was just going in her own head?
I don't know what Damien has revealed about that so far, because I know he talks about it a lot on the commentary that's about to come out on the Blu-ray and stuff like that. I kind of look at it myself as that was Sienna's like supernatural test to see if she was worthy to take up the mantle, you know, and that's how I kind of look at that scene. But if Art was able to influence the dreams, we'll find out.
That's a good
Yeah.
team. And I also wanted to know if Art selects his victims, or do you think it's someone catches his eye and then he just goes for it?
A bit of both. A bit of both, especially with part 2. He did have a mission to go after Sienna. That was his mission, because she was going to be a threat to his plans.
Big threat.
But at the same time, all these other people got in the way. He's like, well, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to have fun. Yeah, and he was also doing that to toy with her, too, because he was going after all these people that she was close to as well. Anything to break her down. He did the same thing to, you know, both Victoria and Tara in the first film. Anything to break these people down. He likes to not only maim and disfigure people, he likes to destroy people mentally, too.
Right. I have to give Art props for one thing or two things, because he tried to pay the costume guy, and he also did his own laundry. I'm like, well, that's something. That's a little something.
And that's what I love about him. Is like he has these very human moments, these very relatable moments, and I think that's what kind of separates him from everybody else. It's like you don't see Jason Voorhees going shopping.
No.
No,
it's and I think that's just what makes him so much more endearing to audiences, because you see him doing everyday things.
Nothing even practical. I like that.
Yeah, and that's what I love. Yeah, he's such a practical guy, but he's also supernatural at the same time. So it's just like, he just has fun. It's like people are like, with Allie, it's like, would he have gone after Allie if she had given him candy and stuff like that? It's like, I don't even think it was the candy that got him there. I think it's her calling him a mime.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, you're gonna die now. You're definitely gonna die a horrible, horrible way. I was already gonna kill you, but I'm gonna really have fun with you now.
I like that.
And no selfies, and don't call him a mime, and
don't touch the hat. You know.
I know.
Don't make fun of him. It's like, it's like, be nice to the guy. You might get a better death.
See, the man's not a statistical murderer. He's just being antagonized. Don't touch his hat. Don't touch his shit. You're going to get
He's anti-bullying.
There you go. He's the anti-hero America needs.
Yeah.
What really got me about too, I mean, I was kind of preparing myself for, the big scene, but then the very end scene too. And I won't give it away. No spoilers or anything. But man, I think that's when people were puking in their popcorn.
Oh yeah. I heard a lot of people go at that bit there, and the funny thing about that was not the original ending we had filmed.
Wow.
We had filmed this whole other ending with Jericho, and in the same situation in a lot of ways, but we had to tweak it because the original ending had his head coming out of the back of her head.
Oh, man.
And biting off someone's fingers, and that's how it closed. And then the movie came out. The movie Malignant came out, and we're like, oh shit. Because it was almost shot by shot. It was uncanny. And there's no way they could have known what we were doing. And there was no way we could have known what they were doing. It was like this weird, like just thing that happened where these two different films had the same concept. And I'm like, and of course they had the budget to pull it off so much better than we were going to do. And I was like, there's no way we can keep this ending. Because everybody's gonna say you're trying to rip off Malignant here. I'm like, no, we're not. And at first we're just like, dang it, James one. Come on. Dang you. Because we're like, God, we got to go back and refilm stuff again. Because we thought, we're done. Nope. But at the same time, we came up with a better idea to go forward. It was our costumer Olga and Damien one night just spitballing ideas of what can we do instead? What's going to be really just disturbing, but can also be cool at the same time? It's something that's never been done before. And they come up with that idea. And I like it so much more because we can go forward with that other character that we thought we were going to have to kill off in a future film. Now we're like, oh, we can do so much more with this character now.
Yes. More than one. That's what makes it great, that it came together and it maybe wasn't the original idea, but then it gives you options for the future. And
these films have been nothing but happy accidents, stuff happening all the time. Like a great example of that is the purse jump scare in the costume shop scene. That wasn't in the script. That all came about because they had already filmed most of the beginning part of that scene up there at the cash register up until Art appears. And then we realized, oh, crap, we left the purse downstairs.
Oh.
And we're just like, oh, God, we've spent like 2 hours filming this and we're running out of time already. Oh, God, we're going to have to go back and refilm everything. And then and I came up with the idea. We're like, guys, why don't I just bring the purse up with me? Like she had left it downstairs and I just bring it up. And it's ended up just being this very violent jump scare that no one expects. And it's just like, yeah, it's one of those happy accidents. Another one of those was that whole scene with Allie and Art in the kitchen where the glass is broken. She comes in and sees him getting water. That wasn't in the script. Oh. I was originally just supposed to like come charging through that window after her.
You were just thirsty at the time and pour a glass and they got it.
Yeah. But what happened was like, well, we had this breakaway glass that we had ordered and it was late at night and they were taking it out of the box and they discovered that the glass had already broken in the box. And there was no way we could get another thing of glass at that time of night, and we only had that night to film, and we're like, oh God, what do we do? And that's one of those moments where we all just put our heads together and like, well, we're going to do this whole thing where Art goes down and takes a break halfway through the kill anyway. Why don't we just put that here? But we're like, this is even freakier with him coming in and just getting water and just making himself at home in the house. And she comes down, and plus it also set up a whole thing now where she's barefoot, so she can't run out that door to escape, or she'd be going across all that broken glass. So it's like it sets up that whole thing of like he's got her cornered because he also cuts her off when she tries going up that other door. So it's like because that's not something we also want to address. Is like how characters always run upstairs in these movies for no reason. And like we actually gave both characters that run upstairs a reason to run upstairs because Art or the pale girl blocks their way.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, there you go. It's just like, but these are those things that just happen. We don't plan. Yeah. It's just like, this is just a great thing.
It's funny because all the trailers, all the previews, that purse scene is big. And it's a chilling scene. Now to find out it was more or less an improv action, it makes it freaking beautiful because it creeps me out. Like I said, I'm a horror movie weenie, and I just see the trailer and I'm like, oh my God, like he's got it. And now you see how it's made. It's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's like you're bringing people back to the horror genre. Loved horror movies as a kid, kind of got away from them. Terrifier 2 made me fall in love with the genre again. Fantastic job, David and Damien. So that's awesome. Like, as gory as it is, it gives people something to talk about. Like, hey, you got to see this. And you get the people like, oh, I can handle it. And out they're going, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Is there, and I know you may not be at liberty to say, you may be able to say, is there a 3? Can we expect a 3? Anything in action?
Oh, most definitely. Oh, most definitely.
Here first. Yeah.
I mean, when we've made back, God, like 40 times our budget already.
Right, yeah.
For the first film, we can definitely make part 3. And now we have bigger names in Hollywood approaching us now, too. I don't know if they're necessarily approaching us for part 3, but people are hungry because they see now what this can be. And Damien has already started writing it. He already knows the whole entire story of part 3 in his head. So now he's just putting it to, whenever he gets time to write. So yeah. So he's also got other offers coming at him too right now. So he's weighing his options if he's going to do Terrifier 3 first, do a project in between them or not. But I'm like, it's coming no matter what. And I know a little bit about it because he's even trying to keep things a surprise for me because he likes to surprise us all.
That's
but
cool.
I know a central concept to the film that people are going to be very happy with, but are not going to be expecting to. But they're going to be so happy, and it's going to open so many other doors for things too. And I'm like, I'm thrilled with this concept.
That's really cool, and it's so exciting that you have people coming to you because I remember seeing Chris Jericho in the in the opening credits, and then I was like, wait a minute, oh, there he.
Yeah.
So that's really
like
cool.
Pete Davidson now wants to be in these. It's just
my God, that's
he's he wants to be in Terrifier film somehow, and I'm like, that's what's incredible. It's like now all these people are reaching out. We've had other celebrities too just reaching out, like, oh my God, how can I get on board with this?
Wow,
like,
he can be in it. He's got to bring the babes though. So he gets all the babes. So you can be in it. Bring some babes.
Yeah, that's totally. Good God, the man has game.
He sure, man. There's a great picture of. It says when Pete Davidson gets into heaven, and it's him and Marilyn Monroe sitting on the couch like that.
Yeah,
that'll be it.
Yep.
But it's great. So hopefully,
the clown has game too. So
yeah,
you're tattooed on everyone, and then you made it.
It's crazy. I saw I signed a few of them this past weekend too. But that's what amazes me is these people that are getting all these tattoos. It's just there was a time where Damien and I were trying to document every single one of them, and we lost count years ago because it's just always new tattoos, and they're always different, and that's what I love. It's just it's an amazing thing to think that people want my face on their body for the rest of their life.
Yeah,
that's
I can't see anybody doing that. You're not kidding there.
That is a commitment. We can't fuck up these future films.
Right, it's like they say in the movie, like the very last detail, even a little dot on the end of his nose.
Yep.
That little dot on the end of his nose means everything. Like it.
The dot and the happy cappy on his head. Those are the two things that really. That's it.
Well, we definitely can't say enough congratulations on all the success of it.
Thank you.
Like I said, looks like you're earning it. And you see some of these big Hollywood stars that don't know how to talk. You come in of a couple, like I said, lower budget films, and you dominate. Like you've known your whole life, and you know this is where you're meant to be. Your family told you it's where you're meant to be, and you're doing it, and you're killing it, and we love it. We would absolutely love to invite you back if there's a third. Have you come back and talk about it. It's been awesome. We're going to keep in touch through social media if you don't mind, because you're an absolute pleasure, man. This is awesome. We usually say a half hour, 45 minutes in. A lot of people tuned in. We can't thank you enough. I know leading up to it, Jewel kept saying, I can't wait. She said, today I'm on pure adrenaline. We both were. My wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'll do anything today. I got all this energy. I can't wait for the night. I'll do anything. So, although I can't get her to watch them, but that's okay.
Hey, it's okay.
We'll get her
Just
to
let her talk about it.
There you go.
It's fine.
You can find more on David Howard Thornton by going to social media sites, Instagram at David Howard Thornton. There's the Facebook page, of course, David Howard Thornton. And don't forget IMDb. Of course, we get all your movie sources. The new movie, The Mean One, is out now. Terrifier and Terrifier 2, of course, is all over live streaming. IMDb, search David Howard Thornton for more of his credits. We thank you so very much. We're humbled by this and thrilled to have you on tonight. This is an absolute joy. Have yourself a great holiday season. We'll be out seeing The Mean One, and we'll be in touch and hopefully get you back with us soon.
Well, thank you so much. And you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll hopefully see you all in the new Fear.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. David Howard Thornton, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Have a great night.
You're welcome. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ooh, I got to tell you, Jewel, I'll let them off there. I kind of let people kind of go away there. Didn't you say 4 minutes of popcorn is done? Here's me. One cover for the first one I threw across the theater. And I'm sure, thank you, Leah, for tuning in. Happy holidays to you, too. I tried to share more of the stories. You get stuff when we keep going. But your stories are great, though, and just some of the things that happened to you at the theater and the things that you've seen. And the fact Wow, that was absolutely amazing. A terrific trip down memory lane. David Howard Thornton, of course, of Terrifier 3 was live here on the O Show a few months back. And to see Joel and myself and just enjoying somebody so big. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it so much. You're so great. And I hope you were there watching your own comments pop up on the screen because you're always legendary in the comment section. JD Wolf, the king of the comment section. Matter of fact, maybe get you a shirt made that says that. But not afraid to be a little sentimental. I saw a lot of people come in and out, and I appreciate that to watch. Something I'm very proud of, to be honest. When Terrifier 2 came out, a lot of people were on that and digging it and getting into what David and Damien Leone, of course, were creating. And it was low budget. And it was supposed to be just this neat film. Thank you, bro. We appreciate that. Much love for Kinsey King. It was a low budget film, but they went for it. Like people said in the comments now, they went for it. And thank God they did. Me, squeamish, I've watched it. I've drooled many times. Haven't ruined any popcorn yet. But there was a time when stuff like that, my man, Mike Kennedy in the house, there was a time when stuff like that was unheard of. It would never be the #1 movie in America. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, great. There's a cult for that, loves it, and waits for more. But to have it be the #1 movie in America was unheard of. Terrifier has something. David has something. Dominic has something. The way this movie reaches out to people. Look again, I'm not a gore fan, but I had to have this. I had to have this Terrifier 3 Funko Pop. Art the Clown. And it's an exclusive. They came out with another one that sold out in one day. Couldn't even get my hands on it. Unless I pay outrageously high aftermarket prices. You can't touch it. Can't touch anything with that face on it. To get him here, like I said, I reached out to try and get him again. It's tough. But he's making it. And he's doing it. And you root for people that have done that. And he mentions Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson's a big fan. He wants to be in. Chris Jericho has been in the film. You know what I mean? Chris Jericho, who I love. Awesome wrestler. Awesome rock star. All of that. In the Terrifier movies. And, you know, movie stars. I forget the star who said it. I'm ashamed of myself. I should have wrote it down. But he said, look, this is one of the best movies out there. For what you're trying to get, you get it perfectly. If you want horror, gore, shock factor, story, this is the movie. Like, this is the movie to see. The new face of horror, the new king of horror, my friend. Absolutely, the new face of horror is horror. The face scares the crap out of me. And it's always smiling. It's smiling, for God's sakes. It's always smiling. This sadistic end of it. Even, like, I bring this up. I go back to the picture that we had here. Kind of smiling. I like the Santa outfit. I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. I don't think I could do it in theaters. I got to do it at home because people watching a grown man doing this all night doesn't really make for a movie. I don't know. I will say this, and I'm going to apologize. And if this person had a last minute thing that may not be available tonight, if our new Tuesday night person cannot make it on here, I won't do the announcement. I apologize. I know I was ready for the announcement. I did message them to see if it's still possible. We'll find out. We'll wait. But in the meanwhile, we'll talk a little bit more about what we just saw in Terrifier 3. Again, it is the #1 movie in America. Beat out the Joker Part 2, whatever that is. And I've heard terrible things about the movie. Sorry. I haven't seen it. Saw the first one. Wasn't crazy about the first one. But, Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix, and you hear a lot of, like, way too much singing, way too much dance, all that. You're not getting that out of Terrifier 3. And, again, like, you talk about doing a program like mine, and people say, like, why do you do it? Do you make money? Is it about... It's really not about it. It's about a moment like that where you can capture somebody just so big and have them come on and just be so modest and humble. Wow, there's a lot of noise going up there. I guess got a lot of Art the Clown fans upstairs. But again, like, it's an underdog story. It's an independent, like we love doing with music. We get these independent bands. We get into their music. We enjoy it. And we root for them. And you root for this guy, too. He couldn't believe it. He came on, he's like, first thing he said is like, people are like, you're the clown? Yeah, sorry to disappoint you. It's hard to believe. But it takes a guy with that kind of skill. That's skill, the way he delivers without even talking. He doesn't talk. Can't talk through the film. But he still performs super duper well. I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to dig in because next week on the program, we have an awesome band called Twist It. And I figure why not get a little music in here in case our Tuesday Nighter does not show up. I want to play a song by this awesome band, Twist It. If I can find it. Let's see what we can do here to find it. And let's see. All right, well, we can't find the one we wanted. We'll get another one. Let's see here. Oh, the new ones aren't coming up. All right, so we're going to have to wait on that. We wanted to do it, but we'll wait on that. I think. Let's keep searching. A little search music. Anybody? Searching for some. Here it is. Faded. Let's play it. I'm going to click it so it's going to start quick without me. But Faded is the song. The band is Twist It, and they are going to be with us next week. And I want to share it because, like, why not? We got some extra time here tonight. It looks like our Tuesday night person may not make it in. So let's share some music. Next week's guest, Twist It, a band that is doing great things and is absolutely soaring. This is their song, Faded. We're going to play it live here on the Yo Show. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Please enjoy, and really, thanks a ton to David Howard Thornton. Thanks a ton to everybody who tuned in tonight. We got a lot more show to go. Waiting to see if our Tuesday Nighter can get in here, but let's hit it. Twist It with Faded. We'll be right back.
On your prescription.
All right, that is the kids that I like to call them, Kayla, Sarah, and Logan Twisted with Faded. Great song and a great night. Like I said, we shared with David Howard Thornton interview from back in December. The Mean One, Terrifier, 1, 2, 3. You know the films. You know The Face of Art. You know the man behind it. Hopefully you tuned in and checked him out. There he is. So I want to be fair. So there's a lot of Defiant fans out there. So Defiant will be on the show next Wednesday. And I'm not going to lie, there's a chance that this might get muted because it is a cover, but an awesome cover. And I want to play it right now. I'm going to get it up here. You know, this is such a great song by such a great band. And Defiant covers it. It's Boys Don't Cry. I don't want to play it yet. You know the song, of course. Check out this new rendition of the song Boys Don't Cry from the one and only Defiant, who will be on our program next Wednesday night. I know David Howard Thornton's gone, but that's okay. I still got great things to bring you. I'm going to bring you this one right here. Defiant, who will be on the show next Wednesday, my dude Joe Defiant and the gang, with their cover of Boys Don't Cry. Right here, live, Yo Show. Tuesday night. We'll be right back. Irony. Yes. Yes. All right, tune in next Tuesday and Wednesday night. You'll catch Twisted on Tuesday night. The great song Faded Boys Don't Cry, an amazing cover by the band Defiant, who will be on next Wednesday. And Defiant, I'm going to tell J.D. Wolf, because I know a lot of people around here know Defiant, like Emma Elizabeth and Kinsey King and Josh and all that. They know Defiant. And you know how great of a band they are. Also how cool guy Joe is. And Joe is always been very cool to me. And like I said, I went to that iRock festival outside. I was with my dude Jesse Morgan. And he walked up and he's like, Jesse, what's up? He turns like, Jeff, hey man, Joe Defiant from Defiant. Thrilled, man, and just excited to have him. Excited to have him on the program. JD, I'm telling you, keep an eye out next Wednesday night. Well, Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Of course, Twisted's a great band. You've seen them a few times. Defiant is new to the program. Certainly not new to the scene. And people out there love Defiant. They'll be on the show next Wednesday. We're very excited about that. We have more. I'm telling you, we have more people who are coming out to the program, and I'm thrilled to announce, I hope I put the date in here. I will. Okay, November 12th is a big night for us as well. One of our dear friends of the show, who's been on twice before, she's going to be making her third appearance with brand new music. We welcome back Lisa Orlando to the program. I know a lot of people view when Lisa comes on because she's beautiful and she's upbeat and she's talented, but she's got brand new music. November 12th, we have locked in Lisa Orlando on the program. We're definitely excited for that. And there's just so much great things going on. Of course, like I said, we mentioned our Halloween Spooktacular with Lydia Manson and the Amazing Sushi. I'm actually a little nervous already thinking about Sushi because I heard she's awesome. That's going to be a great program. I got this nice little photo that I posted there. Lydia with the knife and Sushi, just wow. That is going to be our Halloween Spooktacular. We're excited for that. It's going to be great to have Lydia back. Lydia has been in the middle of a huge life change that has seen her drop 110 pounds, I believe. Wow. How about that? It's always been beautiful. We love her. She's got a podcast she does out there now, of course, on Wednesday nights as well. We're very excited to have her back in the house. And got to figure out what we're going to do for Halloween. Might see me be Art the Clown. Who the hell knows? So we were supposed to, and maybe I mixed the schedule up tonight. We were supposed to announce our upcoming future guest co-host for the Tuesday nights. And I think I kind of screwed this person up with the schedule. May not happen tonight. I apologize if you came out to see that. Stay tuned. It's coming soon. We thank you very much for it either way. I want to remind everybody, of course, and like I said, if you know some hands that can get on deck to help us out here, Key Concert Series returns to the Fuge Saturday, November 16th. It's called a Metal Night. Okay, I like that. Hard rock, metal, etc. Former Yo Show guest Astro Fells, a band that's popping up everywhere in the PA scene. We love them. Super cool. Mallcore, Carotid, and of course the one and only Kinsey King, a band that I love. A singer that I love, and a band making their way up and getting on that social media. Of course, our good friend Sherry Nelson's got the shirt. Sherry's been advertising it. Can't wait to have you. My wife got to check you out. So jealous. My wife got to Sweeney's last week to see a Kinsey King set. I got stuck at work. Did not make it out in time. And of course, my brother had a little health thing where I went and tended to him and hung out with him. And I thank him, of course, for the amazing dinner over at Bocce in Doylestown. Shout out to Bocce in Doylestown. But I missed it, and I can't wait for this one in November, dude. Can't wait to see you get on stage. And I know I mentioned Kinsey King a lot, and I put up them little ads. Who is Kinsey King? We're starting to learn it. And you're going to learn it, because they're good. They're great. They're good. What is good? Great. Great band. Great singer. Great musicians, talent-wise, around them. And fun guys. A little silly, a little bit of fun. We love that. I noticed two people in the comment section tonight, and of course, I want to give a massive shout out to both Alicia and Cheyenne Ettinger, who have done a great job to fill in here and have been part of the show. And like I said, if we do the permanent Tuesday night thing with somebody, the girls are always welcome on Wednesday nights. We love them. They're great for the show. Their outlook is very much like mine. Of course, their boyfriend Ryan is the not their boyfriend. That'd be the weirdest thing ever. Cheyenne's boyfriend, Ryan, is the lead singer of Milo Sky. So what the hell, in honor of them, let's do another song. We got some time. Let's do another song. Let's do some Milo Sky in honor of the Sisters Ettinger, who I love so very much, who have become such a great part of this show. Why not? Milo Sky, it's called The Warning. Why not do it here? We're doing some music tonight. And remember, the disclaimer on YouTube says, as long as it's shared on YouTube, you're allowed to share it. Damn it. You're allowed to share it on your stream. At least that's what I've been told. At least that's what I read. Maybe we'll hear an episode of Fun Facts with Devin. I would like that. And don't worry, Kinsey King. There's going to be a time in the future where you boys get to come on this program and be ridiculous. Don't think I have knocked down that idea. Because, and last time we saw Kinsey King on the program, he was licking faces. So, it's always good. In honor of our great friend, the Ettinger sisters, let's play a little Milo Sky. This is The Warning. It is an awesome song. We got some time tonight to play some music, so why not do it? It looks like our future Tuesday night person may not make it tonight, but that's okay. We can keep you entertained with a little bit of music. We'll be back here in about 3.5 minutes. Tuesday Night Live, the O Show. A little emotional because I thank everybody, really, for coming out for me tonight in numbers, and I love you all. It's a tough day, but you people make it go. You make Tuesdays happen. The Warning, Milo Sky. We'll be right back.
But yeah, I could have gone. Now it's only just my problem. 10 fingers wrapped around me now. You know everybody's got them. Now you gotta see me sick as a dog eating cake on a Tuesday. Suck on those words from last night. What did you say? I made a friend that I lost on the weekend. We're back again by the time of the weekend. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. Don't wanna stay, but yeah, you turn me on. I've lost the confusion. What a way to begin it all. Leads the both out the using. Mama gotta see me fucking sick as a dog eating cake on a Tuesday. Stuck on those words from last night, what did you say? I made a friend that I lost on the weekend. We're back again by the time of the weekend. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. What a way to begin it all. Leaves a bone about the using. Now you gotta see me sick as a dog eating cake on a Tuesday. Stuck on those words from last night. What did you say? I made a friend that I lost on the weekend. We're back again by the time of the weekend. Gonna take a ride and cut yourself. Gonna take a knife and find myself. Gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride, gonna take a ride. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now. Take a ride, take a ride, take a ride now.
Ryan, man, shit. That was funniest.
Got a shirt there. The Warning. Milo Sky, my good friend Ryan Beckett and the dudes. Of course, Cheyenne and Alicia Ettinger have done a terrific job helping us fill in here on the Yo Show, Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. And again, we got some great programming coming up for you the next couple of weeks. Next Tuesday night, Twisted will be here, one of the most amazing local bands. Big show coming up at Artie's with the Millionaires. That should be pretty cool. And next Wednesday, Defiant, another great band, is absolutely rocking the scene. They've got some big shows coming up. We're going to do all the research and homework and line it up for you. Of course, with the sites to come see these bands, etc. I didn't really get a lot of... Oh, shoot, they get a lot of beer. They get a lot of topics lined up for tonight because kind of figured we were going to be doing a lot of things. That's okay. Sharing some good convo with my good friend Christian from Kinsey King. Much love. There's a lot of noise going on. There's like a giant party going on in my house upstairs while we're all here downstairs. And I don't know why the whole party doesn't come stick their face in here. That'd be pretty cool. But again, a great time tonight reliving the moment with David Howard Thornton. And the great thing is, like, people even live or in the comment section commenting on it and how sensational it is. And watching people comment back then, telling them that this was one of the best movies they've ever seen and the experience of being back in the theater, etc. And it kind of reminds me of what we do here. Like I said, our good friend J.D. Wolf and Kinsey King and Mike Kennedy and people like that. Like, you know, hey, I love this band, or I love the show, or I love what you do. And like I said, I seen Mike a few weeks back, and we hung out and had a great time, and he just told me how much he enjoys the show. And I thank you for that, because it means a lot. I come out here every Tuesday and Wednesday to find a different identity, so to speak, a way to reach people, if you will, a way to try and entertain, a way to try and make these bands feel like they are very special, which they are. And even an actor like David Howard Thornton, who said to me, like, right after, like, that was great. I really appreciate you bringing me out and doing that. That was awesome. That kind of stuff, you can't put a price on it. You can't. But if you want to put a price on it, I do invite my good friends from Yingling Lager to sponsor the Yo Show. I will stick this out. The petition needs to be out there. People tag it. People tag them. What have you got to lose? Look at this. Live on air sign, a giant stormtrooper in the back, a gorgeous beard, handsome host, talks about absolute nonsense. Speaking of gorgeous beards, I don't want to forget this. I forget this a lot, more than I should. But I want to talk about our good friends at the Moist Collective. This up here, the Moist Collective, is look at this gorgeous beard. www.rumoist.com is the website. rumoist.com. It's that simple. And these guys, there is the, look at that, it's just great. They make beard butter, beard oil, beard wash, great merchandise, beard combs, t-shirts, everything. www.rumoist.com. And if you buy right now, use the code YOSHOW20, get 20% off your order. Why not? Treat that amazing beard. The holidays are coming. Halloween. I don't think you can give this out for Halloween, but that's okay. Buy it as a Christmas gift. Do it. The Moist Collective, my great friend Jim Hutton, and a happy birthday to Tina, his significant other. The name is cool. The product is awesome. It smells terrific. All these different fragrances. www.rumoist.com. The Moist Collective beard care products for the awesome man with the awesome beard. Use the code YOSHOW20 right now. 20% off your order. Are you moist? Perhaps. Let's do this real quick. Let's go through our photo montage, shall we? Because I'm looking at these photos, and of course, the Twisted Defiant one, the Lydia and Sushi one, which is great, the Key Concert series, which I love. The art and mystery person who schedule snag. We apologize. Me as a model for the Circus Arts t-shirts. Look how good my beard looks in that picture. It's great. Me again. I'm kind of popping these. I don't even really know what else I got. Here's a cool one of Sour Station that I never took down from when they were on the show. This is first concert, last concert, worst concert, loudest concert, best concert, seen the most surprising. Happy got to see next concert. Have it real quick. First concert, Cool in the Gang. Last concert, White Cross. I'll count that. Key concert series, White Cross. Worst concert, I'd rather not say because I don't want to insult Smashing Pumpkins. Loudest concert, let's go with Metallica. Best concert, wow. Ready for this? Pantera, Rob Zombie, and the Deftones. Wow. Seen the most? Korn. Most surprising? That's tough. Most surprising, Jimmy Eat World, because they were awesome. Not that I was surprised they were awesome, it's just, through all these years, they're so awesome. Happy I got to see the remaining Led Zeppelin members, Page and Plant, when they did that unplugged thing, come out. That was pretty cool. Happy I got to see that. Wish I could have seen Queen, of course, with Freddie Mercury. Next big concert is the Deftones here in Philly. And, of course, the Key Concert Series coming up in November. Did I cheat a little bit? Nope. Concert. Be a concert fan. Worst view is Volbeat. All right. Okay. Show was bad. Interesting. All right. You know, that can happen for the good band. I like Smashing Pumpkins, but man, the sound just wasn't working for me. And they did like this 20-minute like guitar solo thing that really wasn't working for me. Billy Corgan, I'm sorry, dude. I love the guys, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw this great picture of something I was actually trying to get for the Wednesday Night Spooktacular, but I don't spoil it. They stopped 2 songs halfway through and said, I don't feel it, and changed songs. That's corny. That's what people pay. Like, people are paying good money to see you perform. You friggin' perform. I'm going to do this for Kinsey real quick. I'm going to play one more video. Because I know you need this, bud. And this is one of the coolest bands around getting to become red hot. If you don't know who it is, I'm going to tell you real quick. It's Lady White Rat. I know Kinsey wants to see a little bit of this. This is Drown. Live at Sweeney's. Our good friend from Delco Jams shot this amazing video. I got to turn down a little bit because it's live. It gets a little louder. But what the hell, man? We're having fun here tonight. We're hanging out. Let's share the screen. Let's play some Lady White Rat, Drown, live at Sweeney's. How was that this year? You hear my big mouth screaming. I think in the beginning. Almost 5 minutes long, but it's worth it. Let's play it, and we'll do some closing. I apologize. Looks like our future Tuesday night hostess. Oh, I just let that out of the bag at least. Doesn't seem to be making it tonight. We apologize. See if we can make an appearance next Tuesday night, or maybe announce it beforehand. We'll figure it out. And in the meanwhile, enjoy Lady White Rat live from Sweeney's from 5/18/24. This is Drown. Props to my man Delco Jams Rob for the great video. We'll be right back.
My brother Chase is going to take us away here.
Yes. God.
Change your life, I'll love you, then she said. Cut your hair, you'll look like everyone else. Switch your shirt, you're looking a bit strange. Take this pill, it'll make your life so great. Woo!
Once again, courtesy Delco James for your awesome video. My wife's favorite new band, Lady White Rat. One of the great bands that's tearing up the local scene, of course, with a lot of great bands. That was they were at Sweeney's this past weekend as well, along with Kinsey King and another great lineup of bands. The amazing Miss Elena Brokus doing God's work, man. Terrific work, bringing bands to venues and younger bands and independent bands. Let's go over to the emoji section. Our good friend Steve Giordano with a big thumbs up. Good friend of the show. Great designer of art and shirts. Holding up beautifully. Of course, our good friend Derek Feldman. And a heart from the fam. ML Elizabeth, we love you very much. We thank you, of course, for being part. Elena saved us. I love that. She's amazing. And deserves every inch of respect she gets in this music scene. She's been doing it for a long time. Back in days of traveling in vans to go around the venues to see artists and to learn and get her finger on the pulse of some of the great bands out there right now and some of the great venues, Sweeney's and Craft Hall, The Landis and Casey Ray's and more coming up, and some potential big festival stuff that we'll be talking about hopefully very soon here on the show, and the great bands that she has brought us. Of course, Kinsey King will be has been on her stage, as is Lady White Rat and Strange Culture and Milo Sky and Twisted, and there's so many of them. Guess it's not even fair to try to name them. Of course, there's tons. We've had tons here. They have been so great. A lot of people out there have gotten to know them, appreciate them, love them, and we love Elena for everything she does. A massive shout out to the godmother of the live music scene. I've called her that before. I'll call her that again. She is amazing. She's always been very kind to me, allowed my show to come in and chat with and get these great bands onto this program for you. And from this show, we've touched many. A lot of people involved. Again, that's our promotions and the key concert series. So we need the O Show to be an integral part of what we do here. Elena loves for me to MC and get up there and share what our show does. And it's you, the audience, the people out there to watch. Whether they watch live, whether they watch recorded, the hundreds, the thousands, hundreds of thousands through the years, etc., that have come on. And, while the show may have been a little different, taking a little change, that we don't have Jewel with us anymore. I don't know if that's permanent. I don't know. It's like one of them romance things. We wait for her to just pop up someday. Jewel Tadio, if you're out there, you were a massive part of my life. You were integral in the movement that was the O Show. And I love you and I adore you as the sister and friend that I've always cherished. You're amazing. We wish you nothing but the best. The mystery person is supposed to come out tonight to announce themselves. We'll have to wait another week. It's okay. We love you. It's somebody great. Somebody who has been through here before. Somebody that is awesome. Somebody that's talented. Somebody that knows the ropes of entertainment. We love you. Cheyenne and Alicia, I couldn't thank you enough for filling in, doing the things you have. And all the people who have guest co-host on Wednesday nights or some Tuesday nights, like Angela Murray. Angela, massive shout out. You've been awesome. And Sherry Nelson. And Tina Celine and Lydia Manson and Melissa Batat and Tammy Palumbo. And God, if I miss you, throw rocks at me. There's been Samantha Madrak. Thank you. Jojo, thank you if you're ever out there. I know sometimes she pops in. People that have taken the time, have entrusted in me to come out and try this show out. And see what it's like. I can't thank you enough. We have a great time with this. This is my personality. That you see is what you get. You see me in person, I'm like this. You see me here, I'm like this. It's real. And all of you make it fucking real and make it all worthwhile. For the OGs back in the day who were with me when I started, once again, like I said, a massive happy birthday to Mr. Jimmy Starr. Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell from the get-go, boom, helping us, teaching us, bringing us guests, Maria Daniels and Jeff Revia and Jeff Dwoskin and Tina Celine, of course, as we mentioned before. and all these great people in the podcast world who have embraced us, to the amazing people who work PR, like Jessica Katz, who bring us great guests. And God, there's so many people out there who I just need to thank for the things that have come. I mentioned Jessica because she sent us another great potential future guest. I do want to give a shout out to my man, Christian Rupert. I don't know if you're watching this. He said, hire me as your PR man. He was the guy that said, look, dude, there is nothing better you can do right now for yourself and for your audience than to re-air David Howard Thornton. Thank you, Michael Kennedy. People like you, dude, makes this all worthwhile. Really does, dude. The fact you're sitting there enjoying it, I love it. Makes it worthwhile. Christian Rupert said, yeah, man, do that Art the Clown thing again. Get it out there. Let's show some people. And he did. And that's awesome. And ML Elizabeth, these great messages you're sharing with me behind the scene. I love you for it. You're a terrific musician. Check out Eternal Frequency. They are rock stars. ML is a rock star lead singer. And there's going to be so much more. We're going to have new guest co-hosts. We're going to have more great guests coming through. We're going to keep knocking it out. Organic viewing is the word. That's what I want. I want what's real. And if it's 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, as long as it's real, that is what we're all about here. I don't need to fake your numbers. I don't need a bot to watch, because a bot isn't going to share great stuff like this. And like this. And this. I like the guests. Come on, let's do it. Right? You're going to be in. You and the band are going to be in. And this guy here, JD, nice. Like, that's real comments. We go live so we can get the initial reaction of the guests, but the fans as well. Come put out them comments, man. That's what we work for. And a huge thanks to people at SRR Promotion that helped the Fuge go with Key Concert Series. It was the dream from the get-go, and we're doing it. And it's 10 o'clock, and I got to work tomorrow. But I'm off 5 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Feel free. My brother has called me probably 8 times tonight during the show. Guess he forgets. Oh, co-host for a night? That's a possibility. We'll work that in. Got to find a good guest, though. Somebody we can have some fun with. But a lot more to come. I am not leaving this great world. Never. We're going to take you out with St. Ricketts where fire cannot burn. www.stricketts.com. The self-titled album, St. Ricketts, is out right now. Not sure of the future of the boys. I told them we need them. Eric and Tom and John and Anthony and whoever's playing drums. Let's go. If you want to do a retirement show, let's do it. Key Concert Series. Get on that stage, the Fuge. We love you here at the Yo Show. We love everybody. Thank you again. Thank you to David Howard Thornton, even though it wasn't live tonight. We thank him for that great footage. We thank Joel Tatey. We thank the audience. We're out of here. I'll see you next Tuesday. No show tomorrow night. I'll see you next Tuesday night with one of my absolute favorites, Twisted. Break it down. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much. This is the Yo Show.
Poison deeper than you know. just to reach new heights and glow. So